Hey guys, so I decided to put on hold the Queen Opp lives that she did on October 7th, which was Saturday, when Queen Opp decided to go live to beg for money to get her cell phone fixed because it was broken by Danny, so that I could respond and also allow for Michelle's cousin to be heard. I was waiting for the response from Michelle's cousin after Michelle had did an update video and basically said what she had to say. And I was kind of worried at the response from Michelle because it just made me instantly feel like I hope Michelle doesn't end up going back to Queen Op. And I'm glad that the cousin finally came back with a response. So we're going to listen to this. It's going to be really long. I'm going to try to make sure from my main channel and everywhere else that you guys know that this video is out here today on my second channel. And if it doesn't, reach the masses, a certain number of people that I feel it should on my second channel, I will definitely share it on my first channel tomorrow, which will be Monday morning the 9th. I was about to say the 11th. So let's hear what she had to say. I'm very glad that she responded.
The 1% understood the assignment. The 1% understood the assignment. I'm gonna have a conversation with y'all today. I'm gonna have a conversation with the 1% today because in the last video, when I asked y'all to put your thinking caps on, y'all did that, y'all did that, y'all put your thinking caps on snug. Y'all understood the assignment because that's why I went over here. I only want critical thinkers in my space. Listen, I don't care about how other people conduct their spaces, live their lives, how they move, how they function, how they operate. Over here, you have to be a critical thinker. And y'all did that. Y'all understood the assignment when I asked y'all to put your thinking caps on snug. So today, I'm gonna have a conversation with the 1%. And I am gonna mention the 99% because it relates to what I need to speak on today. And so I'm gonna start with something that I need to put out there. I need to put something out there real quick. I'm gonna run my platform the way that I want to run my platform. I'm gonna run it the way that I see fit. So that means I'm going to have people on my platform that I'm allowing, given a green light to speak how they want to speak. So if you don't like my delivery, or the people that I have on here, if you don't like their delivery, that's too bad. So I'm gonna get specific right now. Sir Preen, real time from Babies and Fours Network. I'm gonna have him on here periodically. Anybody that gets offended by what he says, specifically in the video titled "When Flip Flops is Attacked," anybody that has a problem or issue with what he said when I was banging on the flip flopsters in the video entitled "When Flip Flops is Attacked," I need y'all to look in the mirror. I need y'all to look in the mirror at yourself. Ask yourself why you was offended. Anybody that was offended by what this man said in the when the flip flops is attacked on any video, anybody that is offended, who feels disrespected, or who feels some type of way about what this man said, ask yourself, look in the mirror first, ask yourself why you felt offended by what this man said. Because remember, when I banged on the flip-flopsters in the second video that I did, I'm talking to the 99%. It's some males in there too. I'm talking to the 99% flip-flopsters I'm banging on. The 99% flip-flopsters and obsters in the second video I did. And I brought Supreme Real Time from Babies and Fools Network channel on there to bang on them degenerate, filthy, to bang on them with me. So if you feel offended by anything that he said, look in the mirror and ask yourself why. If you're offended by what he said, that means whatever he said applied to you. Because listen, the women that I rock with, the women that I roll with, the women that I respect, I don't even have to be friends with them. I don't have to hang with them. The women that I respect, they didn't get offended by what this man said in the flip-flopsters or any video that I did. They did not get offended by it because what he said, it didn't apply to them. So I'm telling y'all now, let me say this. I'm not a content creator. I'm not a content creator. So if you felt offended by anything that he said, or you don't like the way I'm running my channel, don't share my videos. I'm on here fighting for my cousin, for my family. I'm not a content creator.
And it's kind of sad, to be honest with you, that she's honestly fighting for her cousin by herself, because her family wasn't even fighting for her when she was with Michelle. They turned the blind eye. There was nothing they could do. And I guess if you keep telling yourself that, then you stop believing it, and then you do feel as though there's nothing you can do for a family member, like in Michelle's case, and you just don't help her. And then strangers, people that get paid, law enforcement had to come in and save Michelle. Michelle wasn't trying to leave, she was stuck, and she felt that she didn't have a support system because Queen Opp brainwashed her. And a lot of people, they can have their opinions. She's clout chasing, and it ain't no different than what I'm doing. I'm on my own platform and I'm speaking my truth. I'm speaking how I feel about the whole situation. I'm doing commentary on the opinions of how I feel things went down, and also what comes out of the horse's mouth, and allegedly. That's the only thing I can speak on. And you can't knock somebody for feeling a certain way, and just because they don't move or sound the way you feel they should sound, that don't make them wrong, and it doesn't make you right. So we can assume that she's cloud chasing, but I don't think the cousin's doing anything different than anybody else that's up here doing commentary on Michelle and Queen Opp and Danny. Quiet as kept.
What I'm doing is different from everybody else on here. Again, if you feel offended, ask yourself why. Ask yourself why you was offended. If you're offended, that means that you are a part of the 99% flip-flopsters and obsters. So I'm going to have Supreme Real Time from Babies and Fools Network channel on my page. Or whenever I do a video, whenever he's available to come on here and add his thoughts. You don't like what he's saying? You feel disrespected by it? You feeling some type of way about it? You need to look in the mirror. And I'm gonna say this again. I'm not a content creator. And y'all don't want me. Y'all don't want me to start painting narratives. I'm telling you, you don't want me to pick up paintbrushes and start painting narratives because you're not going to be able to deal with it. Again, tread carefully. I'm on here fighting for my cousin. I get on here, my channel. I don't have all the bells and whistles and all the features and emojis and all the, you know what I mean, popping out when you get on the page. I don't care about none of that. I came on here with an agenda. I came on here with a specific purpose, and it has nothing to do with T channels. That's not what I'm doing over here. Again, don't get me to start painting narratives. And I'm not a content creator. And I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to leave it at that. Because I believe, I'm hoping that people are smart enough to understand where I'm coming from. So, with that being said, I'm talking to the 1%. I'm talking to my people. I'm talking to my tribe. Because y'all understood the assignment from the last video that I did when I addressed Shell's update. The responses that I got from that, man, y'all understood the assignment when I asked y'all to put your thinking caps on. And when I asked y'all to put your thinking caps on snug, that's exactly what y'all did. So I wanna talk to the 1%ers. The 1%ers that was talking to me, that left comments. We talking to each other. I'm talking to y'all. I'm talking to all the 1%ers, but specifically the 1%ers that left comments to let me know that they understand and understood the assignment, which was putting their thinking caps on. Because y'all know what? When Shell made that update, a lot of chicks, content creators and content watchers alike, man, a lot of they was celebrating my demise. Man, these retarded asses was celebrating my demise. They was talking about a this.
And I agree with that because as soon as Michelle went and said what she had said, and then threw her cousin in there, like she's trying to, um, clout chase off her name and the unfortunate situation that happened to her, um, and to basically ignore her cousin, whatever how she had said it. I can't remember exactly how she said it. I had people harassing me too saying, "Did you hear what Michelle said?" Basically debunking. So all that you feeling, like that's the right thing that Michelle's cousin did, get up here and defend Michelle, honor, and her other family wasn't doing it, and she's doing it now for her. You need to stop talking about that lady now because Michelle set the record straight. Michelle didn't set no record straight. Okay. Michelle needs to heal. She should have came up with an update video after she healed, and maybe she would have looked at the picture differently. People always want to have something to say because at the end of the day, I feel like there's a percentage of this crowd that used to be Queen Opp and Michelle supporters, and they used to support what Queen Opp was doing to Michelle, and they don't want even now for this mayhem to be put to rest because this is entertainment to them. And even with Queen Opp, she's a train wreck. They want to see the train derail and wreck themselves. They're not supporters. They're really low key haters. So they don't want to hear the truth. They rather live in a lie. So when people like me come along or Michelle's cousin come along and tell the real truth, you don't want to hear the truth because the truth ceases and desists things, and then this clown show goes away, and now you don't have any more entertainment. when it's not no entertainment, because there were people's lives that were destroyed that they have to rebuild. Michelle has to rebuild her life because of all the traumas that she had to endure being, in the hands of Queen Opp. So it doesn't matter when somebody came along and decided to um, come in to Michelle's defense. Her family certainly wasn't doing it. You know, they may have a couple of years ago, her sister spoke, but she acted like she was helpless. And I don't feel as though it helped Michelle, because look at how she ended up leaving that situation this year of 2023.
Shell diss me. That wasn't no diss. Man, that wasn't no diss. Y'all never come in between me and my family. These when Shell made that update, actually was celebrating my eyes. I had lost 4 subscribers on my channel, even though I'm not counting, even though I don't care about the numbers. You know what I mean? I was looking at it just to calculate what was going on, just to interpret what was going on. I lost 4 when I uploaded my video talking to the 1%, y'all, my people, my tribe, as well as my cousin Shell. I gained over 30 subscribers after that, even though I don't give a damn about the numbers. That's because I'm not a content creator. All right. I'm going to start off with I am Averique. And I apologize if I'm not pronouncing your name correctly. I apologize for that. I am Varique. I am Averique. This is the young lady that left a comment on the last video that went to school with Shell, and I pinned the comment. Let me. This how y'all know I don't know nothing about this YouTube. I shared her post on my Facebook page, but I wanted to make her post, you know what I mean, stationary on my YouTube. I didn't even know how to make her comment pinned on my page. I had to ask somebody. I had to ask, you know what I mean, one of my peoples. Look, I want to make her comment stand still, stationary on my page. So I am Averique. Listen, you are a godsend. I told you that in the comments. How much I appreciate you for sharing your experience, for sharing your comment on my page. It's beyond words. You are a godsend. And I'm grateful for you sharing your childhood experience with Shell. Not only did you add context, you added color and texture to Shell's early years as it relates to how other children responded to Shell and how Shell responded and interacted with other children. Shell being bullied. The, I am Averique, everybody. The young lady that went to school with Shell. She also mentioned, she also shared how Shell was being bullied right in front of her parents. That's vital information right there. I am Averique shared how her attending the same school at the same time as Shell, and when Shell parents were, because it's vital information because it supports what I discussed in the interview. When I discussed in the interview, which was the denial and the
And it also supports the fact that Michelle was okay with what Queen Opp was doing to her, which was the big B word. We don't want to say that word too much on here. And she was accepting of it. She adapted to it. She was already living that life, um, going to school. So she probably just thought it was normal. It's just something that kids go through. and you grow up as being adults and you still go through it in life. She got numb to it. And that's why she wouldn't have left that situation with Queen Opp and Danny until she was removed from that situation.
Overall neglect from Shell parents. What I am ever shared was gold. It's everything she shared, but especially the part about Shell's parents, which was the neglect, the denial, the shame about Shell, which led to her being unprotected. Man, let me say this, man. Let me say this. People on here, and these are the 99% opsters and flip flopsters. Why you talking about now? Where was you at? Why you ain't rescue her then? Shell got a whole fully functioning, fully fit, able-bodied father, dad. Why he ain't gonna rescue his daughter? Why Shell dad didn't rescue his daughter? Why y'all sitting up here trying to discredit me and asking the same questions, trying to discredit why Shell dad didn't rescue her? Because if that was me, man, listen. Man, my dad, if that was me and if I was in Shell position, my dad would have went over there to that chick apartment, house, whatever, kicked door down, just smacked her. You know what I mean? Not even trying to. My 6'3" father would have kicked that man, smacked her down to the ground, carried me out of there. Me kicking and screaming, crying about how I wanted to, don't take me, I want to be over here. Man, he would have carried me out of there. He wouldn't have waited on his baby mom, his daughters. No, man, he would have went over there and carried me out of there and dealt with the consequences later. Why y'all ain't talking about that? Why y'all ain't talking about that? Why does Shell have a father that knew she was over there with Opp being a
And yeah, and nobody to this day really talks about Michelle's family and why they wasn't playing a role in trying to get her away from Queen Opp. I mean, it's a good point. I mean, if you think about it, you guys got to put the pocket watching aside and the cousin's only doing this for clout and money. No, put that aside. She's still gonna, I'm quite sure, be making her coins, making her bag, doing other things. Michelle's situation just didn't just come along and now she's gonna try to become a millionaire off of it. But why didn't the other family get involved all these many years knowing what was going down?
humiliated. Why he ain't gonna rescue her? Why y'all over here asking where was I at? Man, y'all full. Anyway, I brought that up to support, to co-sign what I am Avery shared with us, which was one of the things she shared with us, which was why or how Shell's parents did not, which supports what I said in the interview, which was denial, shame, and neglect. Also, it's interesting but not surprising. It's interesting but not surprising how the 99% flip flopsters and obsters. It's interesting but not surprising how the 99% flip flopsters and obsters are pretending that they didn't read I am Avery's comment. Shout out to I am Avery. Man, she was a godsend, man, for real. Man, what she shared, all the crying about, oh, you're not sharing inside information. I am Avery shared inside information. She went to school with Shell in the elementary years. But y'all sitting up here pretending like y'all ain't read that because y'all mad at me for drawing a line. So it's very interesting, but not surprising, that the 99%, which is the flip flopsters and the obsters, are pretending that they didn't read I am Avery's comment. Again, these are same crying about not sharing inside information. But yet I am Avery shared very vital information on Shell childhood because they went to school together. And I know what it is. I know what it is, man. I am Avery because her firsthand experience with Shell, everything that she shared about Shell in that comment that I pinned on Smoking on Queen Opp channel, because what she shared, it doesn't align with the narrative that the 99% flip flopsters and obsters are running with, which is Shell is not special needs. Man, y'all gotta be kidding me. Shell her entire life because she's special needs. Her entire life because she's special needs. And I am Averique shared and confirmed that. And that's why just pretending like they didn't see her comment. They want to report and talk and chat and chit chat and flap gums about everything else other than what I am Avery shared on Smoking on Queen Opp channel. Y'all begging for inside information, but y'all pretending like y'all didn't see the comment that this young lady shared. Why? Again, because it doesn't align with the 99% narrative, which is ain't nothing wrong with Shell. Ain't nothing wrong with Shell. Shell college. Shell's just in a toxic relationship with her girlfriend. That's why she's not sharing. She's not commenting.
Yeah, it's to me it's the syndrome of downplaying. You know something's wrong clearly with Michelle for even subjecting herself to what Queen Opp was doing to her for all that many years. But it's entertainment to some people, and people don't care. And that's the 99%. They don't care. So they try to make it make sense when it doesn't make sense. Until it happens to one of their loved ones, they really don't care. They probably cut off their cable and all sorts of stuff just to look at the free entertainment, not knowing this is not free entertainment. This is somebody's life that was being destroyed from the inside out. And it's sad.
And speaking about what I am Avery shared, listen, man, Shell is unable, and I love Shell, and I don't give a how y'all take that. Oh, she's dragging her, man. Y'all don't give a Shell. I could talk the way that I talk because I love Shell. That's my family. I don't give a Shell say on the internet about me. I'm never going to stop loving her, and I'm always going to smoke. Shell is unable to process information at the same speed as fully functioning adults can. Let me say that again. Shell is unable to process information at the same speed and with the same at the same speed and with the same energy of discernment and intuition as other fully functioning adults can. She's unable to do that. And it just is what it is, man. Because she's unable to process information at the same speed as other fully functioning adults can, this is what makes her vulnerable. This is what makes like I able to come through, snatch her up, and and use her in the most egregious of ways.
Exactly, because Queen Op knew that Michelle had issues. She's known her long enough. She studied her, and she was like a predator. And she went in, and put Michelle under her wings, but not in a good way, and ran a muckery on her because she knew that she's got issues. Michelle has issues, and it happened far, longer than Queen Opp and Michelle knew each other. She was going through things prior to meeting Queen Opp, and it was because of her parents ignoring that there was an issue and didn't want to admit that there was an issue and get help for Michelle's issue so that she wouldn't end up with somebody like Queen Opp. And because of them not doing that, that's how she ended up with Queen Opp and got treated the way she got treated from Queen Opp.
Speaking of information, there's different forms of information. You have body language, facial expressions. These are different forms of information. It's not all about being able to read a book. Cause I already know what y'all holding on to. Shell said, Shell's sister said, Kirby said that she went to college. Me, y'all some anybody can go to college. What I'm talking about? There's different forms of information. Yes, there's information in books, but you spoke nothing but true. Shout out to Katrina Hill. This is who I want over here. Katrina Hill got her thinking cap on. Katrina.
I think she wants to be back with Queen Op too, and I've said it. I think that that's all she knows. It's just like being in a bad relationship. I'm a female, so I can only relate to the kind of people that I attract, which is the opposite, which is men, male. And I've been in relationships too, and I know they were toxic, and it took me many years to break off from it. It was the used to factor. I knew that it wasn't good for me, but because I was used to that person, I didn't want to start over. I try to make it make sense. I stayed in that relationship even though it was toxic. And that's the same thing with Michelle. I honestly believe that she misses Queen Op, and I think Queen Op misses her too. She's not going to admit to it, and she's definitely not going to admit to it while there's an open case. So we're going to end it there. I did play majority of it except for maybe 15 minutes of it. If you guys want to go over just to see the last 15 minutes of what was said, that's fine. However, this will be going out tonight, Sunday. So if you get to the end of this video, then you made it here. And I'm going to also tomorrow, Monday, on my main channel, I will recap it over there because I don't know how the crowd's going to come into Michelle's cousin making another video responding to the video Michelle made, checking in and speaking her piece, which I don't believe that really was the way Michelle felt. I honestly believe that, again, yet again, she's speaking for someone else, and that's her family, how they feel. They used her as a pawn to say how they felt about the cousin stepping in. Just like Michelle used to have to speak for Queen Opp the way Queen Opp felt about Michelle's family. She would make Michelle say things that weren't true, in my opinion, to character assassinate, particularly her father and the grandmother, saying things that were horrific that happened to Michelle that I don't think exist. And she said it because Queen Op wanted her to. So, with that all being said, we'll be back. And I paused the Queen Op content that I was doing because I wanted to speak about something on the same page as the whole Queen Op situation and Michelle, but a little bit different than um, what we've been listening to for the or seeing for the last 24 hours now that Queen Op made a grand appearance on live for about 2.5 hours, and I'll continue with my commentary with that crap, that mess tomorrow. But I thought that it was important to get this information out, what the cousin's response was and how she was feeling at this particular time. She didn't respond right away when Michelle said what she said, which was not a bad thing, and she responded last night. So I wanted to make sure that that content got out there, and I spoke in my commentary how I felt, and it still remains my feelings on the cousin. Everyone has their opinions, and people are not gonna like me. We're gonna agree to disagree, but I think that she's doing more for Michelle, even though Michelle is for now in safe hands with her family, than her family did the whole 15 years that Michelle was with Queen Opp. And that's just my position on that.